What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Mom and Son Show.
I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and today we have a crazy, crazy episode. We're talking about some of the weirdest things that have happened at Disney World recently, including animals dying. I say that again, animals dying, and animals being born. So we're going all spectrums of
Oh,
life. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. That's right. I said it, Mom. Animals dying. But before
it's
we get there,
but
what?
you said animals dying and animals being born, so it's the circle of
The
life.
circle of life. I brought it all the way around. Yes.
Yep.
Mom, how was your the week off? We did not do a show
Uh,
yesterday. That is because Mom was not ready because in her retirement phase, she is so busy that her one and only job, which is to make our slideshows, she can't do it. So, Mom, explain yourself, please, to these fine people watching.
So everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe in spite of the
I
sun.
already said that. I
No, you
already
didn't. I
said that.
interrupted you.
No, well, now, okay, this is a perfect segment because we have next week we're going to have an apology of Mom because she's going to watch this again. And well, anyways, these fine people want to know what's going
Yeah.
on with the world, so we're going to jump right into it. How about that, Mom?
Okay, ride closures first, though.
What do you mean ride closers first? Hold on, I gotta.
We
You would
always
think
do
I would
ride
have
closures.
things set up here. Okay, can you see the screen now?
I sure can.
Perfect. Sorry, we're
Okay.
closed.
Okay. Big Thunder Mountain, Hall of Presidents, Astro Orbiter.
And somebody, I apologize. I need to
Yeah.
post and write back to you. But somebody did post. Astro Orbiter is a carny ride. Who cares about it? And if you go there, they actually took out the whole ride with a huge crane. The crane is now
Hmm.
gone. It is literally just. It looks weird,
Hmm.
but they're refurbishing it for a long time
Hmm.
now.
And I was looking at that comment too, because there's a fine line between keeping a ride because of nostalgia and
Yeah, I think
making
it's
better
just the
use of the
look.
space. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Right
don't know
now
how.
it could be a visual. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how you can make that a different ride without completely
Hmm.
getting rid of the people mover.
And
So
get
I think it's
right.
just there.
Right. And getting and also to reply to the other comment regarding the pool, someone had
Oh,
said that the
yeah,
problem
that was
is
a great
when
point.
absolutely 80 degrees when the water comes out, but then of course when it hits the cold air, it's not going to feel like 80 degrees. So
And
thank you for
there's so
commenting
much
on that.
water. Yeah, there's so much water space to fill up.
Yeah.
That was a really good point of how fast it can cool down just because it's getting pumped out with 80 degrees.
Yep. So
That's a
great
really good
thoughts.
point. Yep.
Mhm.
That's why you
Okay.
stand next to the jets.
That's right. That's right. And then this I forgot to include last week. Dumbo, the indoor playground, is closed already and it's going to reopen in 2025.
Oh,
So,
that's it's always we always forget about that, but it's such a great escape for little kids and the heat just to go in the
mhm,
playground. And it's not a ride. You literally just
yeah.
go in there and it's a huge playground for smaller kids. It's really we have a great time in it with our niece and nephews of or
Yeah.
we used to when we just let
Yeah.
them
When
run.
they
It
were
was
little.
awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a McDonald's playground on steroids.
Yep.
I mean,
Yep.
it's
It's
awesome.
fun.
Awesome. Tron is going to be reopening later this
Test
summer.
track,
And
not
then,
Tron. Tron is still
why did
open,
I say
everybody.
Tron? It's
Yep.
TR. I'm sorry.
Yep.
And then the Grand Fiesta, the ride in
Yep.
Mexico, is closed.
Hmm.
And then closing May 11th is all that
Monsters Inc.
area
World is
with
coming in before
Muppets.
we know it.
Yep.
Fantastic.
So get your rides in. And Kali River Rapids is closed. Will open up sometime next month. And they gave a closing date for It's Tough to Be a Bug, and that's March 17th. So it's not much longer. So
Yep.
you know what that means. Zootopia is
Oh,
going to come soon.
well, so here's the thing, and the fans may be watching, or the people may be watching and being like, "Wow, there's a lot closed." The reason why things are closing is over summer they always do refurbishment on all these rides, so they're
It's
waiting
not
for their
summer.
peak seasons. Well, they're waiting for their peak season. Like this is closing, but this stuff to be a bug is
Yeah.
March 17th. The peak
Yes.
season over after March, so they're trying to wait, and nobody goes on the water ride in
Right.
the winter time.
Yeah.
It's too cold. Although now
Yeah.
with the 80-degree weathers for the next 20 days, it might be nice to jump on the water.
Yeah. All right. So this is why we're here today. Breaking news, or is it fake news? So
Okay.
we have four different scenarios here. The one is man is injured after jumping on the Tron light cycle. A former employee was arrested for menu hacking, a
Okay.
24-hour theme park entry, and an animal killed at Dino Barnyard. So Chris hasn't, the son has not seen this yet. So we're going to
Okay.
go over different scenarios, and then he's going to he's going to state whether or not he thinks it's breaking news or if it's actually fake
All right.
news.
Do you want me to go forward then? These are just the
Yes.
different
Yep.
examples. All right.
Yep.
And I haven't seen these yet, guys. So,
Okay, so here is the loading ramp right before you go down that ramp to
right.
get onto the light cycle. So go to the
Mm-hmm.
next slide.
Okay.
So it's been reported that there was a guest where that little man is at the top.
Okay.
He jumped over there and landed. Go ahead, next
Now,
slide.
I'm going to say
Landed
fake
there
news. No.
and then jumped over that. Keep going. And
And onto
then
the ride.
ended up onto the ride, but then he slumped over.
What
Then
an
he
idiot.
slumped over. Okay. So, of course, they called security and then they actually had to call the EMS because they had to take him out on a stretcher because of injuries.
Now,
So,
here's the thing. Nobody would ever do that because you are so close to getting on the ride. Why would you wait? Why would you skip the extra? That's literally 5 minutes to get down there, not to ride the ride and hurt yourself. Fake news all day.
okay.
Wow,
It
it
was
was
breaking
real?
news. Okay, so
What an
it
idiot.
happened last Saturday, I believe it was, and I was going back and forth when I was doing research on this, the background on this. One of the Disney bloggers who does some TikTok reporting, she actually went on her TikTok and was in the line when it happened. She said they waited for 105 minutes to get onto the
Jeez.
ride, and then this happened, and of course they had to evacuate everyone from the building.
What an
And it happened around
idiot.
9 o'clock at night.
I
So
hope
no one could.
I hope that guy gets banned, and I hope he broke a
Yep.
leg. I don't hope he broke
Yep.
a leg, but I hope
No.
I hope he gets banned. That
They're
just
thinking
screws the whole day up.
they're thinking there's probably some maybe outside influence in his
You mean
body
alcohol or drugs?
or
Okay.
drugs. Okay. So here's the next one. A former employee was arrested. He used to work for Disney and he was in charge of doing the digital menus. So the FBI was alerted because Disney thought something was going on. So the FBI was contacted. They did an investigation and he was arrested for altering allergy information, for changing prices, adding profanities onto these menus. Fake news or real news?
It's fake news. There's no way because
Mm,
this is a I mean you can go to jail for potentially killing somebody. It's pretty
okay.
much your attempted murder.
Okay. It's breaking news. It happened in
Why?
October of 2024. Well, he pled not guilty, and they said that he has mental illness. He's under psychiatric care. They discovered it before the menus were actually distributed and sent out to the parks.
Holy smokes.
So, but yes, you were right. Imagine the damage that could have been done. There was thousands of dollars already that were spent first on the investigation as well as on all
It,
the materials that were
that is
not
unreal. And
usable.
guys, I will say when it comes to allergies and foods, and I give Disney a hard time with their prices and everything, but when it comes to food and allergies,
You can't
Disney
mess around.
is the strictest I've ever seen, and it's really comforting. Comforting. My now wife, when we went to Disney, she has allergic reactions to different foods now that we didn't know about. So she ordered obviously a flight of sangria, which has apple in it all over the place, and completely forgot talk to the chef. The excuse me. The head chef actually came out and said, "Hey, what are you allergic to? Let's get this right." And he made all new sangrias with the obviously with the ingredients that she's not allergic to. So Disney is phenomenal when it
Mhm.
comes to, and they would never do this on purpose. So I will
Yeah.
back them on that. It's awesome. So
There you
that's
go.
I can't believe that actually happened. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay. So years ago, they used to have a 24-hour day where you could go into Magic Kingdom. Obviously, they did away with it. Now they're going to bring it back. It's going to be on June 10th, starting at 12 a.m. and going to the next day, 12 a.m. It's going to be Magic Kingdom, but it's not going to be all the rides, the restaurants, the stores, and you must make a park reservation.
No, fake. What's the reason for it? Like they're the only
They're
reason why
finally
they would.
giving back to the pass holders.
Oh, so only pass holders can do this?
No, it could be anybody
Yeah, so that's what I'm
because they
talking
still want to
about.
make
No,
money.
it's fake news. They would never make enough money for this to make sense. So
Okay.
fake news. Yeah.
Yay, you
It
got one
did
right.
It didn't make any sense. Disney's too
Well,
smart. They would lose too much money on a
but they did
24-hour
it
day.
before. It's been done in
Right.
the past.
Well, yeah, that's also look at the ticket prices, look at how many people they let into the parks, look at the times. Everything was down back then because they cared about their customers. Now they
Okay.
don't care about their customers. So, see,
Oh,
now I'm back on the hate train. Thank you,
there you
Mom.
go.
You
That was
ruined
quick.
it. You
That was
ruined it.
quick. All right, this one kind of sad. So a squirrel ran into the fan at the boneyard, which is the in Animal Kingdom, the dino thing.
Could you
So
imagine seeing this?
so where that arrow is, it's pointing to one of the industrial fans. They have them throughout the playground so that they can get some air circulating. I noticed there was one at the top of one of the slides. So a squirrel was caught in one of these fans, but the cast member noticed it before any guests saw it, and so they quickly turned the switch off so that the fan wouldn't go around, and then they obviously removed the animal without any of the kids seeing it.
So I think we talked about an animal dying in our opening. So this has to be the animal dying. So this has to be true. However, could you imagine?
It is.
I can only imagine PETA now saying, "Oh, you have to put squirrel protectors on all of your fans." Jesus.
Okay, so what's interesting though is there's a lot of squirrels in those parks because people feed them and the food dropping on the ground all the time.
Well, you
I'm
don't know how many
surprised.
more die. There's way
I'm
more that die,
exactly,
but Disney sweeps it
exactly.
under the rug. Yeah,
I'm
let's be honest
surprised that
here.
we have. I mean, really, do you think they could report everything like this?
No, you know
No,
how many of the
no.
cheetahs probably kill
Yeah,
the squirrels? Like jump in my
yeah.
pen and the cheetah's just going at it. Like
Uh,
squirrels die there all the time.
uh, so if you have heard of any breaking or faking news, leave us a comment and we'll try to look it up, or you can give us some information as to why what we reported might not be true, because we're always open to what's the word? Validation. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for.
Validate. Oh man, I just messed that whole thing up. What is going on here?
What? You're fine.
Oh
The
my
other
god, I did it
thing,
again.
so you also said animals dying and then animals being born. Do you want to talk about the one being born? Because I completely left that one out.
Yeah, the Disney actually, this
Yeah,
is real news. Disney got a new cast member added. Basco
yeah,
is his little tiger's name. They haven't had a
yeah,
tiger born there in
yeah.
9 years, I think it was. So that is fantastic. And even more fantastic news is if you go to Animal Kingdom, instead of the lines being longer at Avatar, they are now longer to see a little lion that
Yeah.
I don't even know what you do when you see it.
Isn't it a tiger?
It's what?
Isn't it a
A
tiger?
tiger. Yeah, did I say
Yeah.
lion?
You
Yeah, a
did. You
tiger. A
did. Yeah.
Siberian tiger. It
Yeah.
looks very cute.
Yeah.
You're better
Yeah.
off seeing a picture online because from what I saw this morning, people are waiting over 2 hours in
Yeah.
line just to see
Lines
this
are bad.
little tiger. It's
And I guess
ridiculous.
they don't let people know when the tiger goes back in because he's only out for a few hours in the morning. So you might get all the way up there and see an empty habitat because he's going
Well,
in for his break.
yeah, yeah.
So,
So it's crazy to me that people are waiting so long for
yeah.
these rides. But
For the rides.
I mean, for yeah, you're almost thinking it's early, guys.
Yeah.
Come on, give me a
Yeah.
break here.
Yeah, it's Friday. You
Uh,
don't work on Friday.
well, I wish we're going in, but we are going
Yeah.
to. Where are we going? We are going to do the monorail
Oh,
crawl in a couple
mhm.
weeks.
Yep.
So
Looking forward to that.
look forward. That's going to be an episode. We're going to show you every stop to hit on the
Mhm.
monorail, and maybe even jump on some buses to get to more breweries or more
Yep.
bars. So that
Yep.
is going to be epic for the older, above 21 crowd. And we'll see how far we get. We're excited for it. We've been planning it for a long time, and
Yeah.
we're finally going to do it in a couple weeks. So that's awesome.
Yep. Yep. Alrighty. You
Cool,
want the
Mo.
joke?
Sure. I'm ready
Okie
for the
dokie.
joke.
Alrighty. What is an astronaut's favorite part of a computer?
The I don't know.
The
Black hole, the
space
black
bar.
screen,
The
the space
space
bar.
bar.
That's a good one.
Get it? Get it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
What's your?
yeah. I get it because of space. I get it, Mom.
Yay! I don't have to explain it to you.
You never do. It's just they're not very funny a lot of times. Um, here is the fact of the day. How many pencils and how many sheets of animation
Ooh.
paper did it take to draw one of the most overrated films I've ever seen, The Hunchback of Notre Dame in 1996.
The great music in that film. Great music.
You know,
Um,
it's just such a boring film. It's not
it's
very
great.
good.
It's great.
It's
Um,
so the
how
number of, and
many
this is
pencils?
before computers, really, right?
Right.
So they had to draw everything. So how many pencils and how many sheets of animation paper did it take to draw the Hunchback
Oh,
of
I
Notre Dame?
I would guess. So it's two numbers you're looking for?
I'm looking for two separate numbers, one for pencils and one
Okay.
for animation sheets.
Okay. Animation sheets, I would say 15,000.
Okay.
And pencils, I would say, well, they the long pencils? Are they short pencils? Or
Nobody knows. They
okay.
didn't even
I
tell me
would
mechanical pencils, so I don't know.
okay. They probably didn't have mechanical pencils back then.
That's
Um,
true.
I would say 10,000 pencils.
It took 70,000 pencils and
Ooh.
over 1 million sheets of animation paper.
So I was a little bit off.
That's unbelievable. Can you
I was
imagine?
close though.
That
I
is
was under.
unbelievable. That just shows how much work they put into some of these
Yeah,
movies back in the day, and
that's a lot.
how these days people don't appreciate how easy it is for them to make movies.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yep. A lost art.
but awesome. If you were awed or if you were shocked or if you knew about some of these, please leave a comment below. Just like that gentleman did or that lady did that about the pool. Like that, I didn't even think
Yeah.
about the pool of how it would cool down. That's a great point. So please, we're here to learn every single day. And I think that's it, right, Mom? You got anything else?
Okie dokie. I got nothing. So have
Perfect.
a great weekend and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. I'm the mom.
And I'm the son, and this is the Mom and Son Show.